All right, man. Let's kind of talk about it. Will Ausar Thompson and Ron Hollins be? I think they will dictate the futures of Tobias Harris and Jaden Ivey with the Detroit Pistons. Okay. Um, I think a lot of people. I think what you're looking at here. I think what people don't really understand about about Ron Hollins. We start off there. I think what people don't really understand about him is that I think he's going to be their power forward of the future, and he's just 20 years old. He's going to be the power forward of the future for the Detroit Pistons. That's just what it's going to be. I think when they drafted him, in reality, yeah, you can see him be the three. He can be that small forward position right now, and Ausar can move over to the two. And in some talks, some people believe that Ausar Thompson, he can actually be the power forward just with the tenacity that he attacks the rim with. Kind of insert a guy like PJ Washington in there, right? With the trade exception, who's also 6'6", like Ausar Thompson, but long arms. I mean, it's a little bit thicker because, obviously Paul is Paul Jermaine Washington Jr. If you didn't know that, it's actually 26. Ausar Thompson is 22. He had blood clots. They talked about him getting stronger, and kind of the ferocity in which he attacks the rim. You get it. You absolutely get it, right? So, so it can easily be a scenario where Ron is the three, and they all both interchangeable. And Ausar is the four, or Ron is the four, and Ausar is the three, or Ausar is the two, and Ron is the four, or Ausar is the two, and Ron is the three. I think you pretty much catch my drift. But in my opinion, I feel that Ron Hollins is probably more likely going to be your power forward of the future. I truly believe that, and I think the only thing that's really holding him back is being able to shoot that corner three. What else don't he do in his experience? I think right now, with a little bit more seasoning, he guards at a higher level. With more seasoning, he guards right there with Tobias Harris. And, he's 20 years old. He's right there, on that level guarding. He just is missing the experience in the corner three. If he can shoot that corner three or shoot the three in general, everything else is a bonus. He can do some things that Tobias can't do. Put the ball on the ground, attack the rim. Maybe he get a little bit more of a post-up game. But he, people talk about Bobby Killerman. Don't know much about him. Think he's from Germany. Hear some people say, I guess after one of the summer league performances, he's no longer an NBA player or whatever, right? Ron Hollins is, for the most part, he is the future, I believe, at the power forward position. And I feel like his development is probably going to dictate what they do with Tobias Harris at the trade deadline. Do they extend him for a year or two? And also, it's just not the development of the seasoning defensively, the seasoning of the jump shot. I think you're really going to boil down for him the weight that he puts on, the man body that he puts on. So you're probably looking at Tobias sign another 1 year, 2 years before they're ready to hand the reins over to him to get stronger and to continue to be a better jump shooter. But then again, you go over to the Jaden Ivey side of the conversation with him and Ausar Thompson. Easily you can have a lineup with K, Ausar, Ivey, Hollins, Durn right now. Yeah, that could work. But in reality, I really think for them, you can't pay everybody. You can, but I don't think they will. So for the most part, if Ausar Thompson get that jump shot together, more than likely they're probably gonna move on from Ivey. That's what I feel. I think if he can get that jump, and that's a big if. If he don't get the jump shot together, and Ivey plays well next season, then maybe they just wait till him to get the jump shot together and see what they're gonna do. But I really think Ausar's probably gonna be their two, the two that they really want. They'll slot him at the 3 for now. And Ron is probably gonna be the 4. And they got time to make these decisions. They can sign Ivey. They literally can sign Ivey back. They could. And still, develop Ausar Thompson and all that stuff. But if he don't get that jump shot, then it's gonna be very, very interesting. So I think these two guys is gonna dictate the future of Ivey and Tobias Harris, in my opinion. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. So, but like I said, it's gonna be about them developing the jump shot. I think Ausar Thompson, that's it. You really don't need him to do much. He can pass it. He can handle the rock. He can shoot it. He can handle. He can attack the rim. He can do a number of things. He's kind of like, what's the dude's name? Isaiah Stewart. Kind of with the energy that he bring and the toughness that he bring. So at some point, some of these guys, they gonna phase out. It's just gonna be a process. It's gonna be the process of elimination. So some of these guys, they're gonna phase out of there. So, but yeah, some of them guys, they gonna phase out of there. So I know a lot of people about that, because it's coming to the point where people got to get paid. Decisions are coming. So yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. But I think they have a direct line to the futures of Ivey and Tobias Harris. So we'll see what happens. Hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live with our video. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.